thing is I'm very happy to see them present, because I feel like if Deb is any kind of reflection on who Gabby is, we're in for a treat in terms of what they're offering and the energy that they show up with and how they serve humanity. So without much further ado, Deb, please introduce Gabby, and then you guys get to go.
Oh, thank you, Brian. That is so beautiful. I just love you. And I love everyone here in your Holistic Academy, actually. It's so great to see. I know nearly everyone on this call. I'm very excited to meet those of you that I haven't met yet. And absolutely delighted to introduce you to my amazing partner, Gabby, who I'm going to actually introduce properly in a moment. Just wanted to give you a heads up of what we're talking about today. We're going to be sharing 3 key areas that can help you create more success. Now, of course, that is success in terms of your definition of that, defined by you. And the good news is we have 3 free gifts, so you can go deeper on all 3 areas on our suggestions following this presentation. And I know some of you have an actual holistic practice, and some of you, because I know some of you in this call right now that don't actually have that type of business. A lot of what we're saying is relevant for any business, and it will be still valuable for you guys as well. So at the end, we'll have time for Q&A. We're going to use slides. Gab's going to drive. We're both going to have a chat. So it's going to be interesting. Perhaps Madeleine can kind of capture any questions that come in during the time and manage that for us. And so, yeah, really encourage you to use reactions, use a chat box. And let's start with, if you're ready to go. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. It is early here. Type the word love or give a heart reaction if you are ready for more success.
Love.
We're getting some love? Okay. You guys okay. Thank you, Tina. And lots of hearts. We love the hearts. Okay, good. All right. Well, let's introduce ourselves. So when it comes to Gabby and myself, between us, we have over 50 years of experience in coaching and training, and both been recognized with industry awards. Gabby is a woman of many talents. She's got talents in business, leadership, mentorship. She's created well over 6,000 hours of training across a wide range of industries. She specializes in training programs that get results. That's the really key thing. And Gab also has done unique research that uncovered what successful coaches and practitioners do, and what they do different. The successful ones do differently to the majority, which is super powerful stuff. Introducing myself, for those who don't know me, I'm a master coach. I've worked with thousands of people around the world. I now support coaches, healers, and practitioners to step into their power, confidence, and wisdom to create a business that they love. Yay. And together at the Wisdom Playground, we work with coaches, healers, and holistic practitioners to turn their expertise into powerful, valuable, desirable coaching, training, and marketing products that your clients love. The result, faster and easier results for you, your clients, and increased income in your business. So, Gabby, let's get on with the juicy parts of this presentation.
Okay. All right. So we are going to share 3 essentials for success. But first, we're going to explore how holistic practitioners are different to entrepreneurs and why that actually matters when we look at this topic. So first up, let's look at the key characteristics of an entrepreneur. So the entrepreneur, their main focus is really all about business and making money. They tend to have no loyalty to their venture. It's not working. If something isn't working, they're really happy to change anything. That could mean that one day they're working in real estate, and the next they're working in retail, and the next they're opening a cafe. It really doesn't matter. It's all about making money. Now, you've probably already noticed a bit of a difference to practitioners. So when it comes to practitioners or who people are really in business for what they love, the first focus is normally learning our modality, learning our craft, and then getting out to put it in practice and change people's lives. You know, at the end of the day, it's a vocation. And inevitably, the vehicle to get that out into the world is building a business, building our businesses, which of course needs to make money. but it's unlikely a practitioner will go from being a naturopath one day to starting up a supermarket overnight the next, just because they think they can make more money from a supermarket. So they have total loyalty to their modalities, the market and the industry. And most of them don't choose to be an entrepreneur or a business builder. It simply becomes a necessity of the chosen path, and a necessity that really is a complicating factor at the end of the day. So the inclusion of entrepreneur into a practitioner's journey creates unforeseen complications and complexities. Now, path goes a bit like these little emoticons there on the slide. So firstly, we step out as that passionate practitioner, and we soon realize there is so much more to building our business and making money than we thought even possible. That struggle and can mean never-ending juggling between building our business and getting out there delivering our beautiful services. And if left unchecked, it can actually result in losing passion for our work. So eventually something has to give. And we call that the WTF revelation. We've actually got to grasp something and do something differently. So at that point, it's normally a case that we are willing to try something different and adopt business practices that we may well have been resisting. I'm sure we've all been there. These changes often include finding ways to create greater leverage, to increase financial return on your time and effort as well. So getting very clear on your focus and putting in place systems and processes to make things easier and more predictable is also key. So these three things, leverage, greater financial return, and systems, become sort of the core of getting back on track so that we can eventually end up being that passionate entrepreneur, that passionate practitioner with a thriving business. So we bring those two aspects together with love and joy. Which is an awesome moment when we start, getting to that point. Now, interestingly, just this week, I heard some research from a very big company who commissioned some private research. And they've said that they believe that practitioners spend between 1 to 5 years spinning their wheels before they get real business traction. What they're saying is that the average is 17,000 hours. So 17,000 hours equates to about 3 years. And, this is something we really, really want to change. We want to be able to help practitioners, people who love what they do, who are making an impact in the world, to move forward faster than that. So type yes in the chat if you're ready to progress faster than the average.
Yes,
in the chat.
let's
Yes.
see some yeses. Yay, good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where our 3 essentials for more success in your business come in. And number 1 is our first essential. And this one's really important: to minimize the time spinning your wheels. So it is. We don't learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience.
Yes, in general, when we get busy or stressed, which happens when we're bringing together that practitioner and business builder, we just keep ploughing forward, and we convince ourselves that we will learn as we go, that it's okay, things will get fixed if we just keep ploughing along and learning. But the reality is that unless we do take purposeful time out to reflect, we really don't learn. It is a simple thing to do, but so many don't do it. Purposeful and regular reflection really needs to be a non-negotiable. So when it comes to business, regularly reflecting on where you are and where you're headed is really important. After all, we know where focus goes, energy flows. And if we don't have the focus and intention for where we're headed, in general, we're not going to progress at the speed that we really want to. The reality is that even when we look at topics like strategic planning, which can be very deep and complex, at the core, they're very, very simple. And it's just the response to these questions. So it doesn't have to be complex. So it's asking the questions: where am I now? How did I get here? Then looking at, where do I want to be? How will I get there? And then the piece in the center, okay, what needs to change? What it is that I need to be focusing on now? and in the coming period to get me closer to where I want to be. So if we just keep those questions up on a wall somewhere and are regularly reflecting them, that will serve us greatly. And then we really want to make time for that regular reflection.
Yeah, so here's our first gift for you. And honestly, this is an area I still need to improve on myself. And to support you to commit to at minimum a monthly business reflection, we have our end of month reflection journal that we use in the Wisdom Playground. We're going to give that to you at the end of the presentation. We'll let you know how to give you a copy. And we move on to essential number 2, which comes from the fact to be a holistic practitioner. Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. To be a holistic practitioner, healer, coach, someone who helps people the way you do, even if you don't realize it yet, you have a lot of valuable knowledge, experience, skills, expertise, and wisdom. And it's this is what attracts the clients and creates powerful journeys and results. So number 2 is you need to position yourself as a knowledgeable leader.
Beautiful. So if you haven't noticed yet, the online world got a whole lot busier over the last few years. Like, everyone is online now. And in order for clients to make a decision about who they want to work with, and there are many, many factors that they do take into consideration, but one that is really, really important is that clients want to work with knowledgeable leaders who can fast track their journey. When it comes to potential clients who are out there looking at, everyone who's telling their story, what they really want to know is that you can fast track their journey, that you've got the skills, the capabilities, the wisdom to do that. And when you can get out powerfully and have the confidence in your wisdom and your offering, that confidence actually becomes irresistible and translates into sales, because your clients really know you can help them. They want to work with you. So this is beyond telling our stories. This is getting your wisdom together and out there. So if you want to provide the highest level of experience and results clients are looking for, there are 2 key things that you need to do. One is get clarity on your wisdom and knowledge, what it is that you know that helps clients get results. Now, in this pie chart here, it's the blue part represents what the client knows. So the client only knows a little bit of what we know. The orange part is what you know. That's your wisdom. And the client doesn't even know you know this stuff, because if they did, they'd probably be sorting it out themselves. So the orange part is your wisdom, your knowledge, and your experience. So you need to unpack that and be able to communicate it powerfully to the market. And anyone who's spoken with Deb will know she loves this pie chart. We talk about it all the time.
Orange and blue bits.
So secondly, you never stop learning about your clients' fears, frustrations, wants, desires, and dreams. That's an often overlooked part, a real secret to making money. So that's the blue bit. So we want to continue to delve into the blue bit to understand our clients, to know their language. How are they talking about their problems? And really get to know our orange bits. What do we do? What's our wisdom? How do we create amazing results for our clients? And knowing the blue bits will help serve us to create even better and better products that we can leverage better. So as I said, in the Wisdom Playground, we spent a lot of time talking about the orange and blue bits because they're so important. Now, once you've unpacked and understand your wisdom or your orange bits, the next step is to make it visible. So using it in your marketing to create powerful products and services for your clients, products that can start increasing the financial return on your time and effort.
And there's many ways to do this, of course. One of the ways we are going to invite you to have a crack at is a micro learning presentation. So typically this is a 3 to 5 minute presentation sharing your wisdom and teaching something. So our second gift to you is actually a short course that supports you to know how to design a powerful micro learning presentation in your area of wisdom. And if you choose to, do this training, create a micro learning presentation, and let us know. You can actually submit it and be considered for our next micro learning summit, and that will give you some additional marketing exposure. So there you go, an inspiring challenge to get into making your wisdom visible, being a knowledgeable leader. Type cool if you think that's cool. We'd love to see cool in the chat box. Am I seeing any cools? I'm not seeing any cools yet.
I think it's
Thanks,
cool.
MJ, John. Yay, awesome. So our final point for today is number 3. And no matter what your definition of success is, it's likely enjoying greater ease while creating increased financial flow is part of that. So the third point is about increasing money flow. Often finances do not get enough focus, but money really matters. And we can do it in a way that we are also experiencing joy and continuing to create better results for our clients.
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, I originated as an accountant. So I actually
Originated.
originated.
Oh, can I just share? Gabby started her first day on the job as an accountant. She got in trouble for laughing. But that's another story.
All right. So when we start talking about, increasing financial flow, what we talk about is moving from the survive curve to the thrive curve, right? And this means getting an increased financial return on your time and effort. So to continue to go up the survive curve means we are simply trading our time for money, right? So typically practitioners start out offering those one-off sessions where it's time for money. And that's okay, but we need to find ways to improve our financial return on that, because if we just do that, it has a limit and it gets very, can get very exhausting. So to move on to the thrive curve, we need to start looking at how do we create and or sell products and services that start changing that financial return for us and streamlining our business with those improved systems and processes, because they too actually help us get a better return on our time and effort. So there are many ways to do this. And what I'm just going to share with you today is one key way to move on to the thrive curve. And these steps did come out of the extensive research when we were looking into the coaching and practitioner industry, and there's another whole story there. But so the journey went a bit like this, and this came from those who were really thriving and was a key way they got there. So first up, selling one-on-one individual sessions is important. So it's not a step you want to miss. It's how we get experience. It's how we really understand what's going on for our clients. It's how we get results. And inevitably, a lot of practitioners want to stay doing some form of one-on-one. And often that's accompanied by selling some form of physical products, supplements, lotions, oils, cards, even clothing or products, other products that relate to that offering. So that's normally a very simple first way. Start getting a bit more money from your one-on-ones. Now, making money from those products is obviously very tied to those one-on-ones, but it is leveraging your time, as I just said. So we want to do the one-on-ones. It's how we get experience. We can leverage the money a bit with other products, but then we obviously want to look at going up that curve. So the next powerful step is to actually use your wisdom, those orange bits that you've unpacked, to create high value packages and transformational client journeys. When that's done, using a really kind of a proven approach, which is really about taking a client on a powerful journey, and it came out of the research, it has really amazing benefits for you, your clients, and your business. And at this point, it's important to know that when we're talking about a high value package, we're not just talking about bundling sessions. So it's not, like we're selling 6 sessions for $1,200 or just adding zeros, to the end of something to create a high priced, high ticket offering. A high value package is a powerful, valuable and desirable client journey, hence understanding that blue more. It's using your wisdom, it's using your orange bits to deliver outcomes for clients based on a deep understanding of those blue bits. So that's what really, really matters. That's how we get to a high value package. And we actually know that our experience in this is really unprecedented because of the research that we've conducted. And I do know this because I've looked at pretty well every other program out there and how they teach what a high value package is. So we're very excited about this as a potential piece of the puzzle and working with people to help sort out what this means to them. But that then takes us to the third piece. So what happens is that when you know how to create a high value package and transformational client journeys using your wisdom and that proven structure, you also lay the foundation to apply your wisdom to other leveraged services and products, which things like, group work, any sort of training, online pre-recorded live events, retreats, books, and a whole lot more, because you really are unpacking your wisdom to create that. And the other beauty of this journey is that high value package, unlike group work, you can sell at any time. Once you're clear on it and you're talking to a client, if it feels like the need is there, it's something you can sell straight away. Whereas when we get into training and those more leveraged products, we tend to have a lead time. We want a minimum number of people for them. So it sort of makes sense to go along this path in order to create that journey.
Yes, so now we have our third gift for you. If you want to know more about how to create a high value package, we have our training called Unlock the Secrets of a High Value Package, where you get greater insight into this. So if you're interested in secrets, type yes in the chat. So let's recap the 3 essentials.
So the 3 essentials, the first one was regular and focused reflection will fast track your business. It should be a non-negotiable.
And number 2, stand out in the noise by becoming a knowledgeable leader and making your wisdom visible.
And finally, a high value package will fast track leveraging your wisdom into powerful, valuable, and desirable client journeys and transformational products.
Yes. So which one are you going to action first? Type in the chat 1, 2, or 3, whichever one you're going to action first. And as we said, we have free gifts for you. To access them, I'm going to pop in our link for you. There's a link in the chat there. So don't just get these gifts. Make sure you take action on at least one of them. As I mentioned, I'd love to see if it's 1, 2, or 3, which one is the most important for you. You're going to have a reflection journal. You'll be able to do the micro learning course and create a micro learning presentation. And if you choose to take the challenge, come and submit it in our micro learning summit. Do the training to unlock the secrets of a high value package. That's all there for you. And one last gift is you can book a complimentary chat with me so we can get to know each other a little bit more, discuss steps that can move you forward. I absolutely love adding value in that way and love connecting with the YHA community. And we are so delighted to do this talk for you guys today. Let's go to some Q&A and answer some questions. Are there, Lena, did you pick up any questions that I may have missed in the chat? Or
we usually have people who ask the questions live. So who feels compelled to ask, just raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask your questions. But first of all, let's give a round of applause for even this part, because it was so entertaining and so rich on value and content. So thank you.
You guys are so good. I made money during your presentation. Money showed up in my PayPal account that wasn't supposed to come in, and there it is.
Oh, I love that.
Intention, the power of intention.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for playing in the chat box. I really appreciate you guys actually playing with us. So, and the reactions and great stuff. And thank you, Jaylena. Always lovely chatting with you. And I'm very impressed Tina Ryan has gotten up so early, as well as Wendy from Perth. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
All right.
So,
doesn't seem like there's any questions.
No questions?
I don't have a